Hi y'all. Today is Friday. Excuse me. Friday the 19th. So guess what? Your girl ain't come back because her badge worked. My badge worked just fine. I got through the little spindles at work, like the gate, and I was able to clock in. How did it feel? Obviously, y'all see my thought process. Like, that's what I go through. But when I talk it out, yo, I just laugh. That's just me. That's me processing. I don't want to go, but I gotta go, if I want to keep this job. I know some people are like, this girl crazy. Which one is it, Candace? You don't want to go? Are you happy because you laughing? You smile? Y'all, my thought process, okay? Trust me, we all go through different things. Y'all can see me smiling on a video and then breaking down because I'm a natural smiler, okay? I'm a happy person in general, but we all have emotions. And your girl, I love my job. So let me tell you something. I don't put myself in a job that I don't like, okay? Except that part time job. Now, I did not mind it, but the company was just a hot mess. I liked my customers. I love helping people, but like it was time to go after a year. But no, Amazon. How was it, y'all? It was good. It was good. My dude, the one that helped train me when we first started for like the 2 days, in the beginning, that was back in October, y'all. He was like, "Yo, wait, where you been at? I thought you quit." I'm like, "Nah, I ain't quit. I had to take time off for my mental." Now, let me tell y'all something. When I tell people that, people are like, "What?" And I say it out loud to people because I'm like, I gotta focus on myself. But no, mentally, I needed that break. I'm like, I was dealing with my full-time job. Now, I don't go into detail like, yeah, the medication was just killing me. I was at the point that, Candace, if you call out again, you're in a negative balance with Amazon. You're going to get fired. My whole thing is that because of how I'm feeling, my mood, that should not make me get fired. That's why you sign up for a leave of absence and hope you get approved. Well, you have if you're dealing with doctors, you're dealing with somebody, it's easy, right? It's easy for somebody, a doctor, to say, yes, they're under my care, and yes, we're working on some things with them, you know? And that's my whole thing. I am tired. Like, say for my previous job, I quit. That was a good move, but it was also because of my mood. But I just knew I needed a change, okay? I needed to focus on myself. That job would not allow me just to have a leave of absence. You're not going to allow me to step back just for a personal leave. They would not allow that. Everything had to be medical, and I just got to a point where I'm just like, so with Amazon, I followed this process. Now this is my third time working for Amazon, if you guys don't know. Before I worked in a delivery station, and let me tell you, that delivery station that I used to work at, that closed down. Well, I don't know if it closed down just yet, but they gave people options to, disperse out to other warehouses in the area. So, even Amazon is cutting back on things. Just so y'all are aware of the times we live in, okay? Like, your job is not always secure, big company or not. You know what I mean? Even the job I work at, I told you this company is big, okay? It is big, well known. And even that job, my current job, is like, we're not talking about layoffs, but why are you even saying you're not talking about layoffs? The information you're giving is giving layoff talk. I have never been in a situation where it's a layoff option. You know what I mean? But in the back of my head, y'all, as I get older, right, I know things can change at any moment, you know. Um, your job is not secure. Look at all of these bigger companies like Google and Meta, which is, I think, Facebook. Things are changing. Your job is not secure. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, save up your money. Times is uncertain. So, kind of going back to Amazon, okay? I wanted to just let you know that one of the ones it did change. And I wonder, the food place, the Amazon Fresh place, when I drive past it, I don't know if they still have people like working there. I'm obviously they do, but yo, there's hardly any cars there. And if people are picking orders for people for the customers, so let me tell you, they now have an option for customers to pick up their own groceries. That it was never like that before when I was there. So things are changing, and I'm just like, what? uh but yeah, no, the place I work at is a sortation center. Um when I got there, my dude, he was like, wait. And there was a couple other people. They were like, oh, you're back. I'm like, yeah, because there's a lot of people that have left, y'all. One of my girls. Now, I will say this. It's hard to understand if somebody just left or if they switch shifts or they're taking a leave of absence. You just never know. But you know people have left, but you don't know if they're coming back. Let's put it like that. So he was like, I thought you left. I'm like, I ain't going to leave without telling y'all. I just think I think our group, and I think with any job, right? You have people, you see them, you work a shift, you're working side by side. Y'all are cool, and yeah, I don't know, because he's like, yeah, the other lady, your friend, the, he mentioned her name. I'm like, I don't know nobody's name. I know my name, I know your name, but that's basically it because you taught us, you taught me for those 2 days, and that was it. I don't know anybody else's names besides some of the management. Okay, some of the management, but that's it. He's like, yeah, I thought you left, and so did some other people. But it's funny that when you say, I took time for myself for my mental state. I don't. People are like, wait. I'm like, their their demeanor changes. Like, is girl crazy? What do you mean mental? But I mention it because that's the reason why it's okay. It I'm like, yeah, I had to take a step back. He was like, you know what? He said, I quit my other job and I feel so happy. I feel so happy. So like changes work, and he has more time to himself. He likes the company, and I'm like, that's awesome. That's awesome. So people change. People so at the end of the day, you're people are making changes to better themselves, to make themselves happy. Yes, we need a paycheck at the end of the day, but you we're older, like I'm 30, about to be 36 in September, okay? Like we got to be smart. We have to be smart. It's about happiness. Yes, we have to be responsible. There's so many jobs out there. How stable they are, who knows? I don't think any company is actually stable enough to say I would never. I would never. Even if you're self-employed, things can change. You know what I mean? Your source of income, TikTok, all of these things, these sources of income, YouTube, it can change in a moment. Like your views could drop and you're not making money like you used to. So yeah, but I am very, very upfront when I leave. I tell people why. And then the funny thing is, other people are like, yes, I need a break. it's just too much. So it just allows people to feel comfortable enough to open up. You're not alone. And that's why I share with y'all like how I feel, because we are not alone. I share the uncomfortable stuff with y'all as well. Like, even with my apartment issue, it is very embarrassing. It's embarrassing me talking about, I don't feel embarrassed about talking about my feelings, but it's important just to be open and honest, because you never know what somebody else is going through. And you know what? When you keep it in, how are you allowing anybody else to know, like, yo, I'm in the same boat as you and we're going to be okay. You're not alone. But you know what's funny? I was like, yo, there's a whole bunch of new people here. He's like, yeah. He said, some people left. Some people left. He's like, you know, some of those new people that started when, before you went on your break. He's like, I think they got tired. Like, they were like, wait, for all this work I'm doing, I'm getting paid $150. He's like, I think when they seen the $150 check, which is more than $150, y'all have seen my paychecks. Because even when I work just my 4 days with the hours, if I only work 3 hours out of the 4 per Luna, stop. Luna, come here. Luna. Wait, can y'all see that? Let me see. Oh, I can't zoom in. Look at them instigating. Soon as Honey go over, that's when Luna start barking. Luna's an instigator, y'all. She's like trying to put Honey in check. If Honey moves, she starts barking. Like, leave your little sister alone, Luna. But y'all, yeah, it was mad funny. He was like, yeah, they were like, wait, for all this stuff that we're doing. Yeah, he's like, those $150 checks wasn't cutting it for these people. But I will say, warehouse work is not for everybody. Have you ever looked at Amazon videos? Most of the time people are bashing Amazon. But you know what? The people that's bashing Amazon, I tell the truth about Amazon. Amazon is a beast in its own because nobody's on the same page. I had one person comment on one of my older videos and they were like, Amazon up and quit me. Up and quit me. And this is my full-time job. And I'm like, you have to stay in your ground. I think it was on my stand your ground video with Amazon. Like, if you know you're in the right, stick on them. If you guys remember, when I was back at the Amazon Fresh, they tried to like say I was fired, not like basically fired. I forgot what the situation was now, but you know, I had to stand my ground and I finally got back in. But it was just like, Amazon is a trip. No, if you want something and you like, just don't allow companies to just say, oh, you're in the wrong. No, I'm not in the wrong. You need to fix this. So anyways, the lady, she's like, they actually responded back. She's like, I've been in contact with the basically HR. And you know, they kept telling me no. She said finally she responded back. Here's an update that yes, I will be able to go back. And she said, I'm so happy. She said, thank you, you know, for your video as well. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I share, like, you know, and I'm very, very open. Like, no, Amazon is a beast. Amazon is a trip. But if you know you're in the right, nah, don't give up. Especially, I told her, I said, if you like the job, don't let that slide. If you're a mom, you're a stay-at-home mom for one. This is your source of income. This is your full-time income to bring money in for your family. What? So yeah. I had another person said, now there's some people that do get fired and it's a valid reason, but I will say they were one person responded, and this is recent, y'all, to my one of my older Amazon videos. I they fired me out of nowhere. That really doesn't happen. There's got to be a reason. They're gonna give you a reason. So they was like, yeah, it was something weird. Sometimes people don't want to fess up, you know. But I told this person as well, if you're in the right, stand your ground, fight it. But this person was like, they put me on a paid leave, and then like a day or two later they updated me saying, yeah, they actually did their investigation and they fired me. So there's more to it, you know what I mean? I don't know what the issue was, but there was an investigation. um I will say at my job, my dude, he was like, yeah, yo, he's like, there was a couple new hires that got fired. It's like what they would do once we did the sorting versus them, proceeding to the proceeding to pull the stuff to the right. What is it? Staging. We call it staging. So we wrap everything in one area, right? We first and foremost, when we get in, we basically fulfill the other part of the previous shifts. There's still stuff on the conveyor belts and we have to put them on the pallets. Our job is to wrap them up. Well, basically finish up what the previous shift did not finish, with putting the boxes on the pallets. Then we wrap up. We close out the pallets. Well, somebody closes out the pallets, and then from there, we have to stage them for the truckers. So what these some of these new hires were doing is once we got that wrapping up, they would go to their car for an hour and then come back. They ended up getting caught, thank goodness. But that happens a lot at Amazon because, and this happened, I won't say I have seen that at the I will say I haven't seen that. I did not see that at the food place because you are scanning. Like they're keeping track of you being active and scanning, okay? At these other bigger warehouses, it's hard to know if somebody's actually just pulling. So like say for not everybody is scanning, right? So there's not always activity that they can see. So you figure somebody can be pulling the pallets from one place to another so that the other people can stage, right? You're not scanning, so there's not activity. So these people thought they were slick because, yeah, not everybody has to show activity with their scanner because there's a possibility that they're pulling those pallets to another location for the other workers. So there's, some, and you come across that because we had that issue at the first place that I went to, and people were getting terminated left and right because people were just taking additional breaks, and they thought that they weren't being monitored. Like these people know, and how many cameras are in these buildings, like, yeah. But yeah, that was recently. But I will say, after all this time, it was a joy to be back. It was a joy to be back. um I got back into the swing of things, but it's just me getting to that point. It's like, yeah, let's hustle. It's hard for me to get back in that hustle mode, y'all. But I am so happy that I'm in a better frame of mind. But my whole thing was, I was so tired with my medication changes and my mood. I was just miserable. I could not allow myself to get to the work. I don't care how much I try to do that self examination, self motivation that I showed y'all in that video. Now, rest assured, I am talking to like thinking inside my thoughts, right? Like self talk inside my head. I'm not just sitting here and being like, Candace, you gotta go to work. This is only when like I start doing this when I'm talking to my son and I'm like, I don't want to go to work, Jabez. I don't want to go to work. And he's like, Mom, go. And if your bands don't work, and he's a good motivator, like, you got this, like, go, Mom. Like, I don't know. He doesn't say that directly, but I get the gist. I get the gist. And at the end of the day, I think y'all all know I like my job, but sometimes it's just like, go, Candace. Like, Luna. It's like, come on, Candace, go. And for me, y'all, as I mentioned, it's not about the money. So that makes it even better, but it's also a bad thing because I'm like, I don't need this money. I don't need this job, you know. But I'm happy I took like it was like a month off, and being back, I was hoping my badge did not work. But yeah, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. Do y'all have to like self motivate yourselves? Like do like a little, come on, like pump yourself up, like you got this, get to work and get it over with. I go through this crap with my full-time job, especially on Mondays. Now I will say the past week or two, Mondays are not the only busy days. It's just like throughout the whole week. So I'm like, man, now I gotta call out the whole week to feel okay. I'm a hot mess, y'all. I'm a hot mess. But I talk like this even to myself, right? It's not like when I'm talking to y'all, it's funny, like to hear myself say it out loud. But it's just like, Candace, you like your jobs. What's the problem? Like, girl, it's like that. It's like a fight within yourself, right? Yeah, but I just wanted to update y'all. Today is Friday. I get my son out of school around 2:40. He said, because he wants to get enough time in his last class for it to be counted or something like that. But my baby gonna get his license, so I gotta call Progressive. So what will happen is we're just gonna go over some documentations, signing some papers. He will get like probably his temporary license, and then the court or so they submit that document to the court or the DMV, and obviously the DMV will send out his permanent license. So yeah, that's gonna be my Friday. If I had to go to my full-time job, I would have been okay. I ain't gonna front. When I came home, I ate that last fried piece of chicken with 2 potato breads as well as hot sauce. But I did also, when I was at Publix, that was an 8 piece. It was thighs and drumstick, not wings. It was thighs and drumsticks, and it was so good. I also bought like just party wings, like just regular wings, non-breaded wings. But those were cold, so you would have to pop that into the microwave. I usually pop it into the air fryer, so we have that. So we can munch on that for dinner tonight. I still have to do, Jamez does some of the so like this is what we do, and this is what Jamez does as well. We do like what do you call it, the dishes. Like we'll do plates, he'll do plates and bowls, right? And then there's still stuff that needs to be cleaned, like cups and stuff. So it's just like we gotta get everything eventually cleaned all at once, so we don't have dishes just sitting around. um so yeah, y'all, yeah. And then so it's gonna be a chill Friday. Of course I gotta work. um and then Saturday, my weekend, Saturday, your girl is meeting up with my sister and nephew. Finally, we haven't seen each other in months and months. Of course, we're not meeting at my house because even though the professionals said they don't see an issue in my house, but after that, I see one more. I just don't feel comfortable with anybody coming in my house because I would not want an issue to be at their house because of me. I'm hoping it's just a one off, by me doing what I did in my room and the perimeter, like on the stairs and in the hallway, that helps. But I haven't seen any more, but and management did respond to my email yesterday. She said, yeah, the people did let me know that they did not see anything. So yes, I did want to let you know or update you. Yes, I did cancel that appointment for today. So yeah, so that's all set. No $900 coming out of my pocket. Uh, but yeah, that's gonna be my weekend. Oh, let me tell you what we're gonna do. Me and my sister, Jamez, and my nephew will probably go to Top Golf because we definitely enjoy that. We sit out, the kids eat. We all basically kind of eat while we're there. My sister drinks. I don't drink while we are there, but I may. I may. But then after that, we have um a movie. We're gonna go see Fast and Furious for Fast 10. So Fast and Furious 10, y'all. It came out. It's coming out today, but we're gonna see it tomorrow. So I'm super excited about that. I already bought our tickets. So yeah, it's gonna be a nice time just to catch up. It's gonna be a joy, getting out the house, seeing each other, and yeah, just to celebrate. Not even just to celebrate Jamez. It's just to, get out and have fun. Have some fun. Because me and Jamez, we really don't do much together. And of course, me and my sister and my nephew, it's just gonna be nice to catch up face to face. We always text each other each day, but it's nothing like face to face. And y'all know I could care less to be around people. I'm a loner. I don't mind being alone. I'm annoyed by people sometimes. And that's just my mental, I'm just like, oh, because I just want to be left alone. So I do get annoyed. But, yeah. Amazon. So your girl gonna start earning some money. But like I kind of going back to what I mentioned earlier, you guys know I'm all over the place. Amazon does get a bad rep because I ain't gonna front. For the jobs that I've been in, I have never had an issue because I like the job. But sometimes I get to a certain point because all of the jobs at Amazon, for the most part, has been just for me to get out the house. I've always had full-time jobs, and with that, and then it's just for me to get out the house. There was a little period of time where it was my main source of income along with Kohl's. But for the most part, y'all, when I started and made those adjustments, because if y'all remember, I was working at my previous full-time job. I was working at Kohl's and Amazon, right? So yeah. And then I quit my full-time job and I kept Kohl's and Amazon because I'm like, I need money coming in, right? Those are my main sources of income between April through September, and then I took off October and November until I got hired at my new job, my part-time job. But yeah, warehouse work is not for everyone, and for a majority, like us older people at there, this is just extra income for us. The other lady, she's like, yeah, I just use this to get out the house. She's like, and a lot of people are just like, I like this. I like it too. It's like, do you plan on, like, sometimes, especially as seasonal workers, they're like, do you like the job? Do you plan on staying? I'm like, yeah, I like it. It's easy work. It's 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 easy work, but it's a lot of work at the same time. It's not like free money, you're just standing around. No, you're constantly moving, you know. It's warehouse work. Don't try to go in there thinking it's going to be easy money. It can be repetitive. And that's why I'm like, I've tried out, this is my third different job with Amazon, and this one by far is the best one. If I had to rank the jobs, this is number one. The delivery station would be second, and then the Amazon Fresh was basically the third one. Y'all know my issues with that one. Just not enough space between aisles, and it just got yeah. It was just a lot, y'all. And as I mentioned, I don't know what's going on with that place because there's not a lot of cars there. And it says that people can pick up their groceries. But like I said, who's picking the groceries, the grocery orders for the customers to pick up? So, yeah. That's that, y'all. Your girl is Bizak. And yeah, I'm gonna be ready for it. Last night I came home and I ate, but I spent an hour or so watching my girl uh Tara Gay Nicole. I'll link her. I'm gonna link her. Um, you know, um, just life be throwing us curveballs, right? Curveballs. I don't care. Like, home ownership is a beast on its own. That's what she's dealing with. Home ownership. Whereas when you're living in an apartment, maintenance got to come and fix it, right? And you ain't got to pay nothing out of pocket. So yeah, there's stuff, I was watching her. I didn't get to sleep until after like 4 o'clock. By the time I got home, I got off at 1:40. By the time I got home, it was 2 o'clock. And then, sat down and ate, watched her. So that's like until like 3:30ish. And then I got into bed and look, I was looking at stuff, and then I looked at the timer on my phone. I'm like 4 o'clock, and then here I am waking up at 7 o'clock, and I'm wide awake, y'all. I'm wide awake. I would be more than ready to go to my full-time job, no issue. My feet did not hurt. Well, it hurted a little bit, but it's like natural hurt for walking on concrete. I don't think my feet has this, like, never hurt it. It wasn't throbbing. Let's put it like that. It was not throbbing. So yeah, y'all. I just need to get active. Hopefully I can get active this summer. Cause I feel like over the course of me with the medications and my mood, I've been slowly creeping up in weight. I have to step on the scale, but my monthly is on, so I ain't gonna step on the scale right now. Probably a week later, after my monthly is off, just to get a true accurate weight on the scale. But yeah, y'all, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Tell me about your weekend. Okay, tell me about what you guys have planned this weekend, Friday going into, all the way up to Sunday. Also, do you guys have to have these self-talks with yourself about going to work, your regular job, or a secondary job? Let me know, because I know I'm not the only one that have these thoughts, and you have to be like, okay, you got these bills to pay. You gotta go to work. You gotta go to work. I know some jobs are just like, I work here because I want the paycheck, but I don't like the job. See, for me, I like my jobs, but I still have that fight within me. So let me know. I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, bye.